Now tonight we are so excited to introduce our first guest. He's been on our show before, and he's here again to lend his expertise. Please welcome celebrity vocal coach James Lugo.
All right, guys. I wonder if I should say, I'm James Lugo. I know people sometimes say, I'm this person or I'm that person. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the UA Oxbox. And kind of what brought about this about was kind of like, how do I say this? So I've got two cabs in there, closed backed, two Maces, a greenback, and a vintage 30. And they're cool and they sound good. And you know, the way I was running for years was I was breaking apart my combos and just bringing them in here and using them that way. And then I put the combos in there. I put the combos back together, the Deluxe and the AC30. And it's just not going to work for me. It's just not. I just need all my amps right here. And the other thing too, like I wasn't really liking the sound I was getting with the AC30. You know, I've been listening to a lot of different kinds of music, and just like, so Rob, my buddy Rob, was here this past week, and I was like, maybe we could pull the carpet up, like get it more lively. And then he's like, yeah, but I don't know, you may get some weird reflections. And I'm like, yeah, all right. And then this Oxbox thing, I saw the my buddy Fluff. Whoa, everybody's got a code name. Fluff had a demo with it, and I was like, geez, that thing is really good. And then I saw the Rabia one, and then I saw the one with Pete Thorne, and I really liked it. And just kind of a chain of events. I just want to pull my stuff back in here. And also I've been recording more and more with the Kemper, and I like not always hearing my guitar in the other room, because the cabs are right there. So if I'm cranking Marshalls and boogies and oranges, it's still pretty loud in here, right? I'm recording, aren't I? Yeah. So anyway, one came in used. My student works at the shop that it was in, and I had all this stuff that I've been trying to sell. I've sold some of it, but there was just a pile of stuff that still wasn't selling. And also, yeah, I kind of like the less, at this point, like I don't, you sell it and then you got to end up going to the post office. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take this pile of stuff that I'm not using and trade it in. I got the Oxbox. It's used, but it looked unused, but he said he thinks that somebody had like bought it to do like a video demo and then just returned it, because it literally was like the cables weren't even like untied. It was just, yeah. So anyway, there you go. So it's a UA Oxbox, and that's kind of the history of this. So yesterday I fired it up, and it's going straight into the Avid HDIO. Oh, hey, there you go. Yeah. And that's just the first cab that pops up. And that, in a lot of ways, see, I wouldn't say that this is better than I could record my Vox, but this is different than I could record my Vox, because that room mic, I mean, there's, if I shut off let me shut the reverb off. There you go. Shut the reverb off. Oh, and then there's muted. Okay, hold on. Yes, that little space. Yeah, that's nice. We'll kill that. We'll go back, put the reverb back on. nice. See, that's nice. And that's literally just the first cab. I went through it a little bit yesterday, and a lot of the cabs are going to be oddballs and not really my thing, but this thing is nice. It comes with an app. So I guess if you come here, factory, here are all the cabs. Right. What cab is that? That's called Connie Blue Comp. I think that was because that's the one I stopped on yesterday. Yeah, that's it. That's the 10. So I think if I come here, I can scroll. I wonder if there's a way to do it on that, like the Kemper. You can just have the effects off, and you can just. It doesn't matter though. I've been starting to enjoy just hearing their presets. That's pretty cool. 212 comfortable load 6. Kind of weird. Honkin' silver. Yeah, I would brighten this up for sure. Make it active. A lot of that room in there, you can hear it. That's really fun. This is fun, man. You know, I've become less consumed with disliking things all the time, right? A little bit of top, that little low end, and come up here and add a little gain, because now I'm working off my AC30. That's great. And this has got coil tapping, so I could tap that bridge pickup. Dude, this thing is cool. I like this. This thing is cool. Shout out to my... Oh, sorry about that. No matter how cool the gear is, it doesn't make the guitar in tune if it isn't in tune. A shout out to my... Can I say my boy? A shout out to my boy. To my buddy. Ryan Bruce. Mr. Fluff. If you guys don't know who he is, you guys all probably know who he is. He's a YouTube guitar dude, and he really plays guitar too. I mean, he's like in a band and tours, and he's really doing a deal. But yeah, he's it was his video that I thought, and then I called him and I'm like, "What do you think, man? I'm like digging this Kemper, man. I'm digging like having different varieties, and I'm digging not hearing the cabinets all the time and different sounds, and I feel like a part of the reason I like the Kemper is that I basically have like 3 or 4 amps. I mean, I've got a couple of Marshalls, I've got a deluxe reverb, an AC30, a Rev G triple, and an orange rocker verb. There you go. And tuck a little of that treble down. Man, that's nice. Put a little light speed on there. Oh man. But and the thing too is that my room where my cabs are is small. So I'm like a 57 421 guy. Not really a Royer guy, though. Messing around with this, I enjoyed the things that had Royers here. Like this has the M160, the biodynamic ribbon, and a 67. Yeah, 67. And then a 67 room. Hey, this guy's got 2 67s to make this sound. That's crazy, right? That's 15 grand right there. That's just great. And that's called whatever, 212 Honkin' Silver. So I'm going to have to take my time and put together some presets and whatever, but I'm enjoying this. Man, you know what we heard the other day? There was a video, the like little industry video from A Farewell to Kings of Rush doing A Farewell to Kings. Oh my God. I keep hearing that. A very kind of a Farewell to Kings. So I can hear his voice in my head. Anyway, but yeah, I'm digging this. I think this thing is great. And you know what? The comments. Hold on. Anybody got some plate reverb? I got $2. $2 plate reverb. But the thing that so I'm a member of the Groomed Noodlers. The Groomed Noodlers, right? It's a Facebook group. That's kind of cool. I'm like exploring this really for the first time with you guys. I went through a little bit yesterday, and see, it comes in at 100 watts. I got to set it to 50 because, right, I'm on an AC30. That's a Royer, and so if I solo the Royer, and then the solo the 67, and then together with the room, which is dampened. Oh, dampened, right? Dampened means the little carpet. So watch the carpet. Who wants to see the carpet go? Special effects, courtesy of James Lugo. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. You might not hear that. I'm really, I like that low cut on there. This low cutting actually makes it bigger. It's weird. Anyway, this thing is cool. I'm stoked. I'm stoked that I have it. And so I've got my two cabinets still in there. I've got, like I said, the Mesa with greenbacks, the Mesa with vintage 30s, close mic'd. Oh, what I was saying was that the groomed noodlers, when you say you have to go like this, groomed noodlers, no. A couple people had said, yeah, they thought it was cool, but they liked the Waza better, because they were like, yeah, it was more like, I think more like metal, more heavy rock. That I could see, right? But that's not what I need. I'm a studio guy and I'm in Nashville, so half of the stuff that I record is this kind of, AC30 deluxe reverb, Marshall, but like, stock Marshall-y kind of stuff. It's not like big. Plus, the amps that I have that do that, like the Mod and Marshall and everything, I've already got 412s, so I don't know if I could get a better sound with this than I can with my own 412s. We'll figure that out, I guess, as we go. Is that this thing making noise? Oh, wow, you can hear the hiss of the amp itself. Isn't that weird? Okay, anyway. But I don't know that... I don't know yet. We'll figure it out, but I've also been enjoying the Kemper for my heavies, which Rabea kind of said a little bit in his video. What he was liking with this was what he called cleans and push cleans. And I could see that. I could definitely see that. That's why I'm kind of, first things first, I just want to get it going on my AC30, because the AC30 has been bugging me. I wasn't really digging it totally through the cabs all the time. It was okay. I set it up in its own cabinet out there, and I wasn't liking the sound really. I liked it in a certain way better than the 412 because it was open back and it sounded a little more authentic. But I kind of wasn't totally digging the sound I was getting, and also the amp now is in the other room, so I can't just sit there and dial. Right here I can just, whatever. Let's do this. It's like the Jim Carrey. Oh, it's the other way. Oh, it's the other way. Wait a second. Doors open. What movie is that from? That is just stinky cheap AC30 goodness. Stinky cheap AC30 goodness. And a little insider info to all the people that are like the cork sniffer, it's got to be, third generation matchless with the tubes from, Lithuania prior to the fall of the Kremlin or whatever. Just know that most of these records that started all this stuff, these guys were playing junk. They were playing the junk. Like a lot of this stuff, like Rickenbackers and Voxes and Dan Electros and all this stuff, this was the cheap junk. And Hendrix played a CBS Strat. And, with curly cables and junk. And, yeah. So there you have it. See, some of these things are weird, like just the default sound, like what is that? Like, it's just a weird, like what's that about, right? Yeah, that's not me. And you can knock them off axis and do a bunch of schmutz to them. That's kind of cool in its weird way. AC in the room, very roomy, so if we kill the room... Let's kill that plate for a second. That's a nice sound right there. They got the mics panned. That's what's weird here. Like, or is that an EQ? No, that's the panning, right? Yeah. It's like the one mic is one pan, one mic is the other. Yeah, that's how I would run that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so anyway. Aha, is it Avia? Avia chorused twin? That's too weird. Yeah, it's a lot of that plate reverb creating that faux chorus. That's a trip. That's kind of cool. That's a 421 and a lot of fatness. That's actually nice. That's a 421 and a ribbon 160, which is the M160. Changes. Let's see. I haven't changed it. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Let's make it a 57. Yeah. So if we get this 57 going first, we don't want it off axis. Right up the schnoozies. No off axis. Let's bring the ribbon in. So herein lies a little bit of why I got this. So the AC30 to me sounds softer with the 412, and that's sometimes what I hear. It's too soft. It's too polite. Barking bulldogs. So here's again, we could take this. See, look at this. They're panning these mics left and right. That's so weird. I guess that's so that you could put it out 2 channels and then you could have faders on your end if you wanted. I'm going out the back of the UA stereo, left and right into input 11 and 12 in Pro Tools, which goes, it's right into my my Avid HDIO. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Let's get back into some of this action. Yeah, there you go. Cut that lows. Yeah, that to me sounds more like an AC30. Yeah, we can... It's weird. I kind of liked it better set for 100, so it'll maybe. I like that better. All right, so then we come back to our EQ. We can boost a little of this action, cut a little of this. Dude, this is awesome. This is totally awesome. That's great. A little more snooty in the middle. Need to put a little mask on that guitar. Wow. Put a little carpet under it. right. Well. Whoa, that's crazy. Big and plush. The Southern Trails. It sounds like that Stone Temple Pilots song. The big, is it Diaz or D's? The big D. Now it's like we're shooting hoops, right? You want to end on a shot. Like you want to end on a good shot. So I'm going to cycle through till I find something else that I like and we'll end it there. That's kind of weird. Can't you hear me knocking? Carry on to Kansas. These guys should have me do their presets, man. No, I'm just kidding. That's just my ego talking. Sorry about that. All right, so here is just 57. Let's put it back on axis. That's what I think of when I think of an AC30, right? And then we'll try a little 67. Bring it in. I can do the snapping fingers, right? Like, oh, there's a carpet and my son's into magic. He's doing this thing. All right. Good night, everybody. The question is, how many wrong notes could you play in one riff? I think I played 2 because I didn't go to. I went. Sorry about that. All right. Anyway, yeah, I like it. Oxbox. Yeah, buddy. All right. I'm going to make this video. And I really think that that's about kind of the end of these types of videos. Because now that I've moved this in, I don't know if you can see it, but my rack is over here with deluxe reverb, my unmodded Marshall, my modded Marshall. And then I've got my AC30 in the rack. Out of the cage or out of the cabinet. It's in the rack upside down, and sitting on top of it fits perfectly the aux box. And then my triple is above that, and there's nowhere right now for the orange. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll just profile it with my Kempa and sell it. We'll see. But yeah, the only thing I'm wondering, I kind of wish that the AC30 and the aux box was down here. I really want, because this is really such a huge part of the way I work. The pedal board, the AC30, the deluxe reverb, and the stock Marshall. And then combining that now with the aux box and with the Kemper, it's just really, I don't even know if the Kemper is on right now. I haven't even tried this. It's going to be come in big template, right? It's going to have guitar 1A, which would be cab 1, anything that's in there. Guitar 1B, sorry, 1B would be cab 2. Then guitar 1 aux, chem 1, Kemper 1, and then guitar 1 DI. So if I opened it up and all I wanted to use was the aux, I could just import this and then just delete it, or delete everything else. But this is to be the full thing. Yeah, and then here's Kemper. Yeah, so there you go. But definitely, some of the AC30 stuff in the Kemper is nice, but nothing is what I was just getting there. To me, like, that sounds perfect, like, right. But here, you got these Uber things are just like shunk-unk, right? I've been getting into this thing. I've been watching all these metal guys' videos. I'm going to play one more guitar, and then we're done. And then I'm going to bounce this out. And honestly, this is kind of the end of an era, because now we're going to be showing us making music. We're going to be building libraries for sync, and it's going to be on and cracking. So this is the beater Yamaha that I got, that I was going to raise the action on like a year ago and study slide with. And then when I got it, I just loved the guitar, and I'm like, I'm not raising the action. I'm not doing this for slide. It's weird. The strings, I feel like I'm on another string because of the sound, like in relation to it. So the way this works is, so I ended up using this. This is the low 6 strings of a set of 7 strings on here. We're 14 to 58. It's the Ernie Ball Slinkies. It's called Power 7 or something, right? And there you go. Through the Uberschall, whatever. Anyway, you get the gist of it. That's cool, man. So, and the what prompted this was I wrote this song last year for this dude in LA, and I bought a Dan Electro baritone to basically kind of write the song, and I tracked it with the Dan Electro, and we actually got another singer wants to sing on it too, so we're doing 2 versions. And when they came in and we fired it up, I was like, you know what? It sounds cool, and I love the Dan Electro, but man, I want some just straight, like just basically like baritone guitar that sounds more just like a Les Paul. And so I did it. I did this guitar up. I did the track, which I think I used only Kemper. I think I used like the VH4 Kemper track. I think that was it. And I sent it to him, and he hit me back, and he's like, dude, that was the greatest idea. So he liked it. Yeah. So yeah, this is really the end of an era. That's it, man. We're going to start plowing out songs. We got a lot done this weekend. We mixed. We tracked a lot of guitars. I'm recreating Rain When I Die by Alice in Chains. Dude, I tracked the bass in it, and it almost in spots is indistinguishable from the original. It sounds really good. I was shocked because I was really intimidated. I was like, man, I don't know, man. Just playing those guitars was hard enough, and then the bass. But anyway, so that's the aux box, the faux baritone, the OCD on all levels.